Hey guys, Noble Struggle here, and this is the Siege of Kamino. We're still round 13, now officially part 40. I know there's a little bit of confusion. I was doing some things at 1 a.m. And a note to self, do not edit when it's 1 a.m. Anywho, there was a debate, and let's get into it real quick. The LAT, when it comes through and flies right in, does it deploy one group at a time like the Squids has been doing to keep the same narrative there? Or does when it flies in, does it have both of its hangar doors open and the people that are inside of it fall into it? Well, the answer to everyone's response that I have seen is this. Well, I'll say of course, there's always people on both sides, but the majority of people that are saying what happens is there's a different functionality. And the rule of thumb going forward is that if it's a HMP or LAT, those are dropships flying inwards and landing and deploying your troops instantly. These squids, they drill, they dive, they go, but they have a narrow opening. I was going to use a bunch of different words that was not going to be right. But they have a narrow opening that only allows them to have one unit at a time. The functionality of the landing craft itself is different. So with that, LATs can only have what is on them. And let's keep in mind that when we look at the LATs, this guy right here is only one squad on the LAT. This is only one squad on the LAT. This is two squads on one LAT. And this just happens to be the one LAT that had the most because it had a bunch of small people. Basically still only two squads. Now this squid, though, has Grievous, a group of B2s, and Magna Guards all onto its one squid. But with that, let's go ahead and finish this round 13 of Legion. These guys are not going to be shooting at anything, and they will just flip over this dial. They will be ready and waiting for the additional droids to come out. Although they're going to come out instantly in the melee, but they're waiting for the fight to come to them. On this side now, we'll activate these ARC troopers. That is moving over to this position to get ready for incoming droid. Now Rex is activated. And he is doing the same, going over to this position. And then finally, this group of ARC troopers are moving to the left as well to make a kind of central point of defense against Ventress trying to come through and take him out. So basically, Ventress is going to have to hold out over there for a little bit. And we shall move then into Star Wars Legion, round 14. Flipping dials and all other things in 3, 2, and with this might be a quick round. The first one to go is blue phase, so Republic gets to go first. The Pelta will move since this guy is going to have a hard time shooting. And he's going to use an engineering point to, well, his engineering dial to go ahead and remove his damage card since all of his shields are still up. Now, side arc to side arc, he has no hull remaining. Well, no shields. 2 crits. And he will scatter that because he cannot take a single hit remaining. And all of his other arcs of fire cannot hit at anything else, so he will now move. Now is the squid's turn. They reveal the engineering dial, repairing one shield on the side. And now with these squids, they only can attack from their front arc to ships. So 1 dice rolling into Y-wing bombers on one front. That is a hit. Now because the arc split down the middle, now from this arc into both of these Y-wing bombers. That's another hit. And now from side to side, that's another hit. And the squids move 2. Now let's keep in mind, the goal of the Separatists on this one right here is to distract these guys as long as possible. As many turns as they can pull so that the Republic do not come to Xwing to then come to Legion. Because right now Legion's looking good, Xwing's looking bad, and Armada's looking bad for the Separatist point of view. But there's so many more squids still coming to the center that this is going to be close. With that being said, front arc to side arc against the squids rolling. Wow, not a lot. Oh, he had a concentrated fire, by the way, so rolling additional dice. Okay, and he has 2 extra rerolls saved up. So he'll use those and reroll those. Ooh, negates Negates can cancel out the evade, but it cannot cancel out a depleted token. Now I have another question, is when a negate comes through, can they not exhaust that token that turn? That's not correct from what I'm seeing in the rules. All the negate does is turn this to this, but you can still choose to exhaust it, which that is what these squids will do. They will choose to exhaust that front and negate all of that damage, but this token is now gone from the game. They're now running out of tricks, but still is alive for this turn, which these squids are doing really good, actually. They're really kind of like the weakest class of my whole game. And the Venator, coming to bully the squids, did this thing right here and landed over the asteroid, which they will take a face down damage. Correction, that's an asteroid field they just went over, so that's a face up damage, which is after you execute a maneuver, if your speed dial is greater than 1, suffer a damage. So he's basically going to have to try to reduce his speed, otherwise he'll just keep on taking damage repeatedly. That's a good... Ooh. Now with that, now it's the fighter's turn. Bombers into bubbles because they're engaged. 2 hits. Other bombers into bubbles. Another hit. Bubbles now into Y-Wings. 3 hit. That's a dead group of Y-Wings. Then the last group of Arc 170s moving in to attack still. And that is the end for round 14 of Armada. Now let's jump over to some Xwing for a little bit. You know, on the side note, now I have a growing urge to get a Venator and a Pelta to this table front here. I have a big urge to make them into Xwing. But anyway, dials and all those things in 3, 2. Alrighty, first to go is this LAT going 3 forward. And he retains his stress or whatnot because he did a 3 forward action to have anything slower. V-Wing moving forward and target locking squid. Tri-droids moving up only 2 and then evading with those 3. Headhunter doing a hard 3 and target locking the squid. Hyena Bomber dropping off his bomb. Then pushing 4 forward and calculating. Axe doing a 3 turnaround and gaining a stress. Now within range 1 of that bomb. The other Hyena Bomber dropping off his bomb as well. And doing a 2 hard turn maneuver going the opposite direction. This LAT doing a 2 slide and then rotating his attack position to the side. And the Y-Wing Bomber pushes up 2, landing directly on the bomb and target locking the Hyena Bomber. But with that, we will get back into round 14 of Xwing, and I'll see you guys into the next part, where we go ahead and have these bombs blow up, the rest of the ships move, all these squids move, and everything else. We're getting right into the thick of it.